YouTube, what's going on, man? Decided to talk to y'all today. Out here doing my thing, man. Decided to take a break. It's gray and gloomy out here. It's drizzling. Pretty cool out here. So, of course, with this type of weather, y'all already know how I'm feeling. So I had to take breaks every once in a while, get in and out the car, and stretch, do what I got to do, because this type of weather is just not well suited for my situation. So, you know, just something that I'm trying to get a little bit more better and improved. It's been about a good 4 months or so now since I've been able to physically, you know, do some things and get back in front of the camera and all the things that y'all have been seeing me doing. It's a little bit easier in the summertime, but with this type of weather, it's not your friend. It's not your friend. When you have joint and back and spine injuries and things like that, or situations, it ain't your friend. Anyway, that's another topic. Let's talk Doordash, man. I want to talk about some of the ins and outs of Doordash, some of the things to be aware of. You know, last video, if you haven't seen that video, you guys need to go back and check that video out. The ins and outs with Doordash is one thing. Let's talk about scheduling. Now, we all know that you can schedule whenever you want to go Doordash. Pretty much, you make your own schedule. Sometimes it's not that easy. Sometimes if you feel like, hey, I want to go Doordash right now. Sometimes if the area is not pumping, you can't just hit dash now. It'll ask you to schedule, which will be like anywhere from about an hour to 3 hours later or so on. Just something to be aware of when you Doordash. You can Doordash. You can ride around to it. You know, you can possibly see the area get red where it has the availability to dash now. That's what I do. I move around. It's like a little hack to it, but that's just something to be aware of. Scheduling obviously is the most important thing when it comes to Doordash, and you want to hit the hot times like I told y'all in the last video. You want to hit the hot times. Right now is where it's getting ready to heat up. It's 4:30 right now, so I've been kind of lagging along up until this point, but it's 4:30. So this is where a lot of people are starting to get home and go home, and they want to pick that phone up once they check the refrigerator, like, I don't feel like this, and then that's when they want to start making orders. So usually around about 5 o'clock it start popping where I live at. So, you know, like I said, scheduling is at the utmost importance, but promotions. If you have a good area where they give a lot of promotions, you're in luck, because my area, when it comes to promotion, absolutely sucks. They never have any good promotions for my area, but they will in Dearborn. If you're here in Michigan, they always do, because you know how Dearborn is. It's a hectic little place, and doing Doordash in Dearborn is not the funnest, but it's consistent at what it is. The problem with Dearborn is, especially when you're up and down Michigan Avenue, when you're in these places, even if you're out of state, when you're in these places where, you know, streets are tight, they don't necessarily have parking spaces, you know, for some of these restaurants, a lot of small parking lots, things like that. It can get really annoying and hectic, because you'll spend about a half an hour on one job just trying to move around. So, you know, they always have promotions. Me personally, I don't Doordash in Dearborn simply because of that. A lot of it's difficult to get to some places. It's A lot of places where you go, it's just no parking spots at times, so you end up walking to go get the order. It's just bad. It's just bad. So, you know, that's the situation with promotions. But also on the flip side, you have the bad side of it where I am, and they never have any promotions, man. Never. The only time they have promotions is usually from 9 p.m. to the wee hours of the morning, which is where all the restaurants are closed. So the only reason that DoorDash is giving you those promotions is simply because nobody is dashing during that time and nothing's open. You literally are the only one out here riding around like a fool at night, and everything is closed. If you live in a mid-suburb to suburb area, businesses close early, man. They don't be open, you know, super late. They close. Restaurants close. So that's the situation out here. So when it comes time to get that promotion, it's pretty much pointless because the only thing that's open pretty much is White Castle and 7-Eleven. And people ain't ordering from there. So promotions are zero for me. They're zero for me. So, you know, like I said, the ins and outs of DoorDash is you will learn them as you go along. Another thing I want to make known, you know, DoorDash promises to give you all the tips that people tip you, which is absolute baloney. I had a lady, and she specifically told me that she had tipped me $7. Got in the car, completed the order, and I only made $6.25 for that order. So when you break those things down, first of all, part of my tip is missing. But at the same time, when you see the little bit of money that DoorDash pays on these deliveries, most of these deliveries are, like I said, it's tip based. So DoorDash pays you nothing, virtually nothing for these deliveries, and then they send you some order for like $4.25 that's 10 miles away. You know what I'm saying? So be ready for those orders. I'm telling you, that's another one. Be ready for those orders, because when you calculate the ratio of, you know, what they're offering to pay you with the mileage, it's laughable sometimes at some of the things that pop up on your screen, man. You got an order popping up for you'll make $8.75 off this delivery, and you look at the mileage, and the mileage is 17.9 miles. That's what I had the other day. Like, you want me to drive to the Boondocks for $8? When you look at the amount, you got to also factor in how much gas is right now, especially here in Michigan. Gas is $3 and something. Like, what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you may end up declining a lot of orders. I try to avoid it by staying in an area where, like I said before, where, you know, they have some pretty decent restaurants where people, you know, usually aren't that cheap. DoorDashing in the area, you know, you don't want to dare DoorDash in, you know, some of the most, I would say, low grade parts of the city or something like that, because you're not getting no tips. You're not really going to get no real tips. I'm just be honest about it, you know. And I'm not saying that because I know people who's DoorDashing, you know, in the city, and usually they get virtually nothing for some of the deliveries they doing. So you want to find a good area. If you don't, it's just like driving to a job. You know, you will get up and you will drive to a job just to work at that job. Well, here you can get up and go drive to a great area where it'll benefit you to DoorDash. So, but like I said, when you take all of those to factor, yeah, it's definitely absolutely a ripoff sometimes. And me personally, I decline the hell out of them. I don't drive for free. I'm not about to deliver your food and burn my gas and make nothing. So, you know, and one thing to make note of, the rating that you will get, you'll see your rating as far as your acceptance rating. Mine hasn't been over 27% in months. Mine's always hovers anywhere between 27 to, I would say, 15% as far as acceptance rating, because I decline so many. Like I said, I'm just not in the business of taking orders and delivering them for free. That's not what I'm out here. I'm out here to make money, not to give away money. So I'm not going to put gas in my car to deliver your food to you for free. That's just boneheaded. So if you're not good with math, those are some of the things that you need to think of. Definitely some of the things you think of. Placing. Places where you take orders. There are certain places I don't take orders. I told y'all I rarely ever do McDonald's. Like I said, usually cheap people order McDonald's. They looking for the dollar menu most of the time. Taco Bell's another place where a lot of cheap people. Usually, when I make those deliveries, it has to be anywhere from $7 and up. Has to. Anywhere between, anywhere under 4.5 miles. Simple and plain, because like I said, that's another place where they don't like to tip. When you look at some of these stores, Walmart where I am, is absolute ghetto. They're straight up and down ghetto, and unorganized. So I don't go there. And I know that personally, because guess what? I used to work there, obviously. Terrible with online ordering, and as far as getting that stuff prepared, I've seen it personally, and I don't go there. I don't go to that store, simply because when you get there, you already know it's not going to be ordered. The order ain't going to be ready. And it's going to take a while for them to get everything for you, because they be so busy and they always understaffed, always. So it's a waste of time. I don't go there either. Only way that I do red card orders if the mileage is reasonable, and there's benefit from doing it. But usually the red card orders always end up being far, far away for some reason. So a lot of elderly people that live on those out there in the boondocks, they put those orders in, and when you measure the mileage to the gas burnt, it's just not worth it. So I don't really do those. So those are the 4 places that I don't do in my area. Pretty much anywhere else I'll go, unless it's a restaurant where they slow, they don't give a damn about you, excuse my language, give a care about your your Doordash, like KFC, for instance. Out here, they're horrible. Bunch of kids in there, definitely a bunch of kids in there working. They don't give a care about nothing when it comes to your Doordash. You'll be there for about a half an hour waiting on your order. The drive-through line literally is always all the way out to Telegraph Road. Always, because of how slow they move. Don't go there. I just recently started going back to certain restaurants like Captain J's, Wingstop, because the management has changed. And these places, they're now getting the orders out. So that's just a few examples. I can go all day about some of these restaurants out here, but make sure that you going and you accepting orders from, feasible places, man. Simple as plain. You want to make sure that you're accepting orders from places that are going to benefit your time, because with DoorDash, time is money. So that, they benefit your time and they benefit your pockets. That's what we in this thing for. DoorDash is the middleman that gets the orders. We are the guys that's out here doing the groundwork. So, like I said, just make sure you're smart with that situation. But, those are just some of the tips with DoorDash and some of the ins and outs of DoorDash. Like I said, make sure that you gas your car up in the beginning and get receipts and keep them for tax time. Make sure that you download the Everlance app. Go in your market, download Everlance, and you want to make sure that you keep all of your details on mileage driven and everything else. So when tax time comes, you'll be good to go. So Everlance is in the Apple and the Android market. It is a green app with a white arrow. Make sure that you download that. You have to have that because it tracks all of your driving, and it categorizes it. If it's personal, it'll ask you if it's personal or work, so you can classify it as personal or you can classify it as work. So they'll do the tallying and they'll do all the work for you, and the only thing that you'll have to do at the end of the year is print everything out, and you're good to go. So those are some of the tips for door dashing. I know I've been talking for 14 minutes now, so I know some of y'all probably tired of hearing me talk. But those are some of the in and outs of DoorDashing. Let me know if there's anything in specific that you will like to know if you're just starting out, or if you've been doing DoorDashing. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section, and I'll do my best to answer those off of my personal experience. Everybody's DoorDashing experience is not going to be the same. So based off my experience, I'll do the best in answering those questions for you, and I'm looking forward to see you guys in the comment section. With that said, it's your boy King, man, and I gotta get back to work. Peace.